Welcome back to America on the Road with Chris Teague. Jack Nerad back with you. We're so glad you're with us. We do appreciate the fact that you've joined us on America on the Road, and it is road test time. Well, I was driving a vehicle, Chris, that kind of made me nostalgic for a drive we took. One of the few times we have driven together over time. We're talking about the Hyundai Santa Cruz, and we were there for the launch that was near Santa Cruz, California, a while ago. I think it was in 2021. And what they have done with the Santa Cruz is essentially taken the Tucson crossover SUV, the compact SUV, and essentially the front half of that, and then put a pickup truck body on it, as opposed to a crossover body with the open cargo bed of a pickup truck. And I think it's pretty cool. It's a 5-passenger vehicle with essentially a big trunk, because that open cargo bed also has a tonneau cover over it that can be locked. Which I think is a great advantage to that. Ford has done a similar thing, introducing the Maverick pickup truck, but there's kind of a different personality between the two. You've driven both. I mean, what's your take on the difference between the Maverick and the Santa Cruz?
Yeah, the Santa Cruz feels more like a complete vehicle to me. It's more family oriented. The interior is more comfortable, not quite as bare bones. And the Maverick really leans into that sort of utility aspect of the pickup truck. The interior is not quite as nice. Still a decent place to spend time, but I think that the Santa Cruz feels more comfortable and complete to me.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think the Santa Cruz is more upscale, and it's more upscale in terms of price too. So it kind of makes sense that it would have a bit more interior accoutrement than the others would have. I don't know what accoutrement means, but I think it means stuff. It is available in 5 different trims: SE, SEL, SEL Activity, the off-road oriented XRT, which is pretty new, and the Limited, which is the vehicle I drove. And it has good stuff, although even the SE, which starts right under $30,000, has some pretty good stuff. LED headlights. It has a multi-function tailgate, 18-inch alloy wheels, the 12.3-inch touchscreen. This has multiple touchscreens inside, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a bunch of safety features. If you add all-wheel drive, that adds $1,500. The vehicle has 2 engine options, 4-cylinder, just a conventional 4-cylinder, and a turbocharged 4-cylinder, available in front and all-wheel drive. And I'm eager kind of to drive the XRT trim, although I did not. What I found about this vehicle, and I'll talk about the test vehicle that I drove, and I think we found that when we were driving this vehicle a while ago, is it's a pretty cool on-road vehicle. It in many ways feels like a sports sedan. Do you feel the same way, especially in this, turbo limited trim?
Yeah, they've done a good job of the on-road behavior. It does feel sportier than like a pickup truck would feel.
Yeah. The vehicle I had is the Santa Cruz Limited all-wheel drive. It has a ton of advanced safety and premium convenience features. It has a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with plenty of horsepower. I think 281 horsepower if memory serves. I have it somewhere here in my notes. An 8-speed dual-clutch transmission that doesn't act clunky like some dual-clutch transmissions act, which is a good thing. And it has H-Track all-wheel drive, the Hyundai all-wheel drive system. Not a heavy off-roader by any stretch of the imagination, but on-road and in bad weather, I think it's a very, very nice vehicle. My test vehicle was in this Hampton gray color, which is a pretty cool-looking color, 20-inch alloy wheels, LED lighting, including the headlights, the daytime running lights, which have been changed for the 2025 model year. They changed the Tucson, so they essentially changed the Santa Cruz at the same time. Safety is a priority in this vehicle. It has a lot of advanced technologies. It has a forward collision avoidance system, lane keeping assist, blind spot, collision warning, surround view monitor. In this upscale, and my test vehicle was $42,500. So with a as tested price with the destination charge of close to $45,000. So that's a lot for a compact utility vehicle, but has a lot of convenience features. It's really fully equipped, kind of like a luxury vehicle, I think. Keyless push-button start, power sliding rear glass, the digital instrument cluster. So it has 2 12.3-inch digital displays side by side. Pretty cool. Power driver seat with memory settings. The front seats are leather trimmed, heated and ventilated. in a lot of ways, Chris, I think you could put a luxury brand on this vehicle in this particular trim, and it wouldn't be out of place.
Yeah, I wouldn't be unhappy to see a Genesis version of this vehicle. I think that it does feel quite upscale, and that's true for Hyundai's SUVs and sedans as well. You know, I think they do a really good job with packaging and value, and this is no exception.
Yeah. So a lot of good stuff. Infotainment system has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as we alluded to recently. Truck bed has a 115-volt power outlet, adjustable storage, again, that locking tonneau cover. So this is a vehicle I like. I liked it then. I like it now. In some ways, it's a toy truck, but you have that open bed when you want it, and it locks up, and that's good. So that stuff's out of sight. I think there's a lot to like about this particular vehicle. So two vehicles worthy of consideration here, the Honda Prologue and the Hyundai Santa Cruz. So look for those. And when we come back, we will be interviewing Ted West, auto journalist and all-around good guy who has a new novel to talk about. So stay with us for that, and we'll be right back right here on America on the Road.